What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we're going to be taking a look at the 55% showcase for the AGL First Form Frieza that just dropped over here on the global side. So we did get a copy of the Frieza here. I do have him, 55%, no skill orbs equipped, all link level 1. So we've got, nothing on him, basically fresh, ready to go. We want to test him out, see how good he's going to be, and, kind of go from there. But before we do all that, let's actually go over here and apply one of the stickers to him, because he is a DOKKANFEST, so we may as well, put the sticker on him, of course. Okay, not gonna lie, the card art, like the sticker effect, kind of sucks, which is a little unfortunate, but I mean, I guess it kind of is what it is. But let's hop into a couple of different events and check this Frieza out and see how good he's gonna perform. All right, so we're gonna be doing this video. I did pick another friend, 55% Frieza. So the reason why I did that was just mainly because I wanted to make sure that we weren't gonna have any kind of like unfair, bias, any kind of like, higher attack stats or anything like that. The friend does have a little bit higher link level, so I'll get mine on rotation with Dodoria, actually, because that's kind of what I want to aim for, is to get Dodoria on rotation with the Frieza. But before we start here, let's kind of talk about what Frieza does. So he is a planetary destruction space traveling warrior, 3 key, 170% attack and defense. He gives 30% to inhuman deeds or terrifying conquerors. Super attack wise, he stacks attack. He raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack. Now, he does have an entrance animation, which we did just see. So he gets 100% attack and defense, launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super for 5 turns from the character's entry turn when there's another 2 or more space traveling warrior category allies on the team upon the character's entry. So I went ahead and just basically created a full space traveling warriors team, so that way we can make sure that Frieza's always got everything activated on him. So we got that. He gets key plus 3, 150% attack and defense. He gets a additional 150% attack and defense when he attacks. Plus he gets an additional 20% defense and a chance to perform a crit plus 10% per terrifying conqueror category ally on the team. So we're basically gonna have a full 60% extra 60% crit, just because we have a full terrifying conqueror team. He gets an additional 100% attack and launches an additional super attack starting from the turn in which the character performs the 5th attack in battle. So that's not supers, that's just the 5th attack. So just normals do count as well. And then he also has, if we're fighting a pure Saiyan category enemy, he launches an additional super attack. And if there's a low class warrior category enemy, he gets an additional 100% attack and a chance to perform a crit plus 50%. And he does have an active skill. It can be activated when there's a low class warrior category enemy, but when there's a pure Saiyan category enemy starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. So there's like 3 different conditions on how you can get that active skill to pop. So it's either turn 1 if you're against a low class warrior enemy, starting from turn 3 if you're fighting against a pure Saiyan category enemy, or starting from the 5th turn if you're fighting neither one of those. And then the active skill causes ultimate damage to the enemy and disables enemy action once within the turn. So let's go ahead and start, you know, kind of showing this Frieza off a little bit. Let's see how well he's going to perform, how much damage he's going to do. So now I got to remember that this is the friend lead, or yeah, the friend Frieza, and he's also getting kind of juiced up a little bit from the supports here. Now, we got my Frieza here. So again, you know, we got all Link level 1s. We're actually going to put him up here with Cooler because we're going to have 4 Links active. So we got Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Warrior, or Strongest Clan of Space, Thirst for Conquest, Fierce Battle. And because we don't have, we're not at Link level 10, we're not getting that big bad bosses activated right now. So that right there is kind of making us lose just a little bit more. By a little bit, I mean a lot, because it's like a 30% attack and defense buff when we're at Link level 10. So as of right now, we're sitting at 242k defense, which is not terrible for turn 1. But the thing is this Frieza doesn't stack defense. So he could get hurt in the very long run. He's mainly a slot 2 unit, but I want to put him in slot 1. I want to see how he defends and stuff like that. I mean, we took a little bit of damage there. Okay, so we got a 9.1 million attack stat. Now we are getting pretty much like super juiced right now from both Cooler and Turles. So yeah, we were gonna hit a little bit higher attack stats. Now, what's really got me curious is, you know, with him he's basically going to be stacking attack constantly the entire way through. So I just want to see, you know, how much damage we can get up to, but then also how much damage are we going to take because we're not stacking any kind of defense. We're just raising our attack turn after turn after turn. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to get the low class warrior part of his passive active because there's not any really, like, you know, there's not difficult content revolving around low class warrior enemies. So that's kind of like where the issue is. So now that we have Dodoria on the team, Dodoria is actually a really good unit to have here. Because Dodoria essentially is Inhuman D's category, key to 50% attack and defense, and it's basically a support. It's a support unit, but at the same time, what Dodoria also gets is he gets to launch an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. There's an ally whose name includes Frieza on the team, and then he guards all attacks if that ally is attacking in the same turn. So we do want to leave Dodoria in slot 1, basically, and throw Frieza into slot 2 because Dodoria is going to be our defender the entire time for Frieza to be able to deal massive damage and not take, you know, the brunt of all the damage. So we're sitting at 296k defense now. Again, this is, you know, 50% attack and defense from both from Dodoria. And then he's also getting a boost from Cooler as well. Now, unfortunately, there's not a lot of links that are going to be active for Dodoria because he is only paired up with Frieza. But, I mean, for what Dodoria's usage is, this is a very good spot for him. Also, there's been this thing that they announced where this right here isn't a bug, but like whenever we launch the additionals, it's weird because it cuts in like the animation and then it goes into the actual animation of him doing the super. It's like it's so weird. I don't understand it. I know that there's like a future update coming, but they need to kind of speed it up a little bit. All right, so we're at 10.4 million now. This is our third super right here. So of course we are stacking attack, stacking attack, stacking attack, and it's just basically going to be to launch that massive attack stat later on, because with the actual active skill, the attack stacks that we're getting actually does help build into how much damage this Frieza will do in the long run. So obviously we want to get as much damage as we can with him now, and you know, see where he's gonna be at. So the friend's at an 11.8 million. Now, mind you, that he's got a lot of support right here, you know, with Turles and then with the Amond and Raisin. So the friend is definitely hitting pretty hard, but the friend also has a little bit higher links and stuff. So I think big bad bosses and stuff like that are going to be activated, whereas mine being at 55% is not. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put FRIEZA in slot 1 because I do want him to attack and get that extra stack in there. So yeah, we're at 312k defense. Now, mind you, everybody that I basically put on the team is just helping support this FRIEZA, because I want the FRIEZA to do it as high of an attack stat as we can. Yeah, we're at 9.1 mil. I mean, it's going to be a slow increasing game essentially. We'll just leave the friend here because, you know, why not? We'll just do it like this, and then this one is here. So the friend is actually going to be doing a good amount of damage because the friend's obviously, you know, been stacking up a little bit faster. Friend's stacking up just a little bit faster. Plus he's had like really good support the entire time. So, and being on like turn 1, slot 1, definitely helped out. Now, what's the friend at? Friend's at 14.9 mil. Now, reminder, this is a 55% FRIEZA as well. It's just this one, oh my god, 15.6. This one is actually just it just has higher links. So, I mean, it is kind of a good thing to showcase, you know, a unit with higher links and then mine without higher links. So you guys can kind of see like the difference between the two. So yeah, we're at 263k defense. We're getting basically what, 100% support because Turles is giving us Turles is giving us only 40% attack and defense, and then Dodoria is giving us 50%. So I mean, we have kind of, you know, we got a lot of support on this rotation. Now, let's go ahead and pop FRIEZA's active skill. Let's see how much damage this is actually going to do. All right, so we did 9.7 million, which is not terrible. I mean, we only attacked, you know, just a few times here and there, so I wasn't expecting to hit anything crazy, but the FRIEZA definitely can get up there. Now, we did disable the enemy's action one time because we used that, so that's kind of why that first attack broke. Yeah, Dodoria. Again, Dodoria is kind of our tank here in slot 1, taking all the damage for FRIEZA. But I mean, he's up to like a 6.7 million attack stat, so he's not doing too terrible either. Now, I did build mine full dodge because he's essentially just a support unit for FRIEZA. Okay, so we're at 15 million attack stat. That's not massively raising our attack or anything like that. That's just, you know, support from both Dodoria and from Turles. So, I mean, honestly, this FRIEZA is very good, but he is mainly a slot 2 unit. Like, if you put him in slot 1, he's gonna get you killed like almost immediately. Especially in like more difficult content, you're gonna start taking a lot more damage than what FRIEZA is gonna take in, obviously, you know, like the lower events. But most of the time, you're probably not gonna run this FRIEZA in lower events. You're gonna want to take him into the harder content because you do want him to get all those attack stats in, you know, and you do want to try to get him to that maximum like attack stat that you can. and then drop that active skill on the very final boss, because one, it disables the action, and two, you can cause some really good damage if you were stacking for a while with this unit. But I think that's all I'm gonna really do, because the main showcase of him is fighting like a pure Saiyan unit. Because other than that, like, fight a low class warrior unit, we're gonna have to go into basically like a super battle road stage, and realistically the extra 100% attack that he's gonna get, I mean, instead of hitting, you know, 15 million, we may have been at like 16, maybe 17 million. But I mean, at 55%, that's still a very good number to hit. So we're gonna rainbow this Frieza out though. We're gonna rainbow him, we're gonna get his links leveled up, and we'll see how good he is when it comes to rainbow. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. I apologize, it's a little bit of a quick one, but I did want to just kind of show him off just really quick and see how well he was going to perform. Maybe when I do the rainbow video, I'll do a little bit of a longer one so we can kind of make up for the short video here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.